Hello viewers, welcome to GenFast Learning. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe and like our channel. That will give motivation to me to add more and more videos. Okay, let's go today's topic. Aurora. As solar wind approaches the earth, it meets the earth's magnetic field. Without this magnetic field protection, the planet atmosphere will not survive, preventing all life. Most of the solar wind is blocked by the magnetosphere and the ions force around the planet. The solar wind continues to travel further into the solar system. Although most of the solar wind is blocked by the magnetosphere, some of the ions become briefly trapped in ring-shaped holding areas around the planet. These areas is a region of the atmosphere called the ionosphere, are centered around the Earth's geomagnetic poles. The geomagnetic poles mark the tilted axis of the Earth's magnetic field. They lie about 1,300 km or 800 miles from the geographic poles, but are all slow moving. In the ionosphere, the ions of the solar wind collide with the atoms of oxygen and nitrogen from the Earth's atmosphere. The energy released during this collision causes a colorful halo around the poles and aurora. Most auroras happen about 97 kilometers from the Earth's surface. The most active auroras happen when the solar wind is the strongest. The solar wind is usually fairly constant, but solar weather, the heating and cooling of different parts of the sun can change daily. Some increased activity in the solar wind happen during every equinoxes. These regular fluctuations are known as magnetic storms. Magnetic storms can lead to auroras being seen in the mid-latitudes, the time around the spring and autumnal equinoxes. Around have been visible as far south at the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Magnetic storms and active auroras can sometimes interfere with communication. They can disturb radio and radar signals. Intense magnetic storms can even disable communication satellites. And color of aurora. Color of the aurora vary depending on the latitude and altitude and the kind of atoms involved. If ions strike oxygen atom high in the atmosphere, the interaction produces a red glow. This is unusual aurora. The most familiar display, a green-yellow hue, occurs when strike oxygen at lower altitudes. Reddish and bluish light and often appears in the low fringles of auroras. Is produced by ions striking atoms of nitrogen. Ions striking hydrogen and helium atoms can produce blue and purple auroras. Although our eyes can rarely detect this part of electromagnetic spectrum. To find out more about the material displays, scientists have launched satellites especially designed to study auroras. Until 2005, NASA's Imager or Magnetopause to Auroral Global Exploration satellite with ultraviolet and radio waves to study auroras and how they are formed. Thank